knowing a girl for ages and falling in love with her after she turned pretty. So here's the thing. You can have a crush on me now that, I have a glow up. I did this with someone in high school, by the way. What I think is what is presented as pretty and what is presented as not. That is a massive red flag, because usually it's perpetuated in fat phobia.
Yep.
It is the smart girl is not the one who is pretty. It's it forms what is seen as worthy of love.
Hi guys, Murugi Munyi here.
It's Lydia KM.
And we're back again with another episode of
The Messy In Between.
It's definitely TMI.
I said that like we're in the news. Yeah.
It's fine. They could hire you.
Messy in between. Yeah, I don't know why I said that like news. And guys, that's the second last time we're saying that this year. God. The second last time we're saying that this year. Why?
I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy.
Guys, we're actually saying that we are rethinking this model of shooting consistently through the year unless someone has died.
Right.
We're really
it
thinking
can't
that.
be just death which is causing us to not shoot. Like death and COVID. It can't. No, guys.
Yeah, we're really rethinking that, because honestly, by the time it's the end of the year, the fatigue is actually insane.
Yeah,
and events and stuff, and it's so fulfilling. Don't get it twisted. It's very, very fulfilling.
Yeah.
Hence why we keep doing it. But yeah, we're really rethinking it. But right now, I'm feeling excited.
Me too.
Accomplished year 4 of TMI
the bag. That is insane.
4 years old.
That's crazy. It's almost Tana's age.
Almost.
What?
Yeah.
That's insane. That's a lot.
Our baby will be in school, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely in preschool.
At least.
Yeah. Potty trained for sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys, for all the ways that you support us, the way you supported us this year, especially the way you've ridden through our ebb and flows, because this TMI year has not been like the typical ones where everything is just like dandy, fun and games. It's been like a tough year emotionally for both of us, but you guys have ridden with us, and we really, really appreciate you, and we see you supporting us. Please make sure that you're always following us so that you can kind of get up to date, because maybe sometimes we come on here, we're talking about our personal lives, you're like, what?
Yeah.
Murugi Munyi, Lydia KM, TMI Podcast KE, we have all those BTSs, and we have a giveaway up now.
Don't we? This is next week, but one.
Oh,
yes.
We
definitely have.
We
so
have
check out that post.
Check out the
post. What did you think of that post? Did you think it was
what we're giving away? Amazing.
I love it.
That's a good idea.
I could win it. That was a great post. Kudos to our SMM. We loved that post. Yeah.
We would love to gift every single one of you guys, because we're always telling you subscribe. But the truth is, there's many of you who have subscribed. There's many of you who do follow us. There's many of you who do engage us. And as we said, especially this year, the comments have really gotten juicy and solid. So we see you is what we intend to say.
Yeah, we've left the link to the giveaway post in the caption. So please feel free to go and click it and enter the giveaway. No need to DM us or message us like, please give me the gift or whatever. We usually select the winner randomly, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah.
But you have to have obviously fulfilled all the requirements of the actual giveaway. Also, guys, thank you so much for always recognizing when we have growth in our podcast. Sometimes I feel like because our audience are watching our dynamic and watching our conversations, I feel like because as we're here having the conversation, sometimes because we don't take the step back, usually when there's like little subtle changes in the way we do things, in the way we say things, in the way our dynamic is, it's usually in a comment that I'll read it first and then be like, actually, you know what? That is true. That you're absolutely right about that. And I really like it. It's almost like, it's just like an added benefit to our friendship and to like our podcast that is like, I can't even state enough how important that is to us. So so grateful, guys.
It's true. No, we appreciate you guys.
We really do.
A lot,
guys. A lot. And thank you for following us everywhere. Tunawapenda sana.
Yeah.
Now, on to today's topic. This is just a hilarious one because I'm a movie person. Are you a movie person?
I am
You're
a movie person.
You're more a series person though.
I used to be a movies person all my life until I came to Kenya. There's not that big of a movie going to the cinema thing. There isn't. Yeah. And which is why. But I do watch movies.
Like at home.
Yeah. For at home, me, I've always believed at home is more like series and then you go to watch movies in the cinema.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Me, I'm also a watching movies at home kind of person, but I would prefer a series. Like, you know, I've just recently finished watching The Rookie. I've been watching Nobody Wants This on...
Oh my God, the best. The
Have you
best.
watched
Yeah,
the
I'm
new
on
season?
season 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so nice. I think I'm on season 2, episode 1. I hope it doesn't get worse. You know, sometimes series start off so super strong and then...
It's strong.
Yeah, it's a strong one.
They keep it with the same tempo and beat the whole time.
Yeah. And you know, me and Lydia, we are both romantics. Like, we love love. We love love. Like, no matter how many love movies or series I watch, I'm always just like, oh, wow. Yeah. Oh,
this one, Noah and her, and because she's a podcaster on a sex podcaster, you don't see someone.
Yeah. I have my own personal concerns about them, but you know, that's what it is.
Shoot.
I just feel like she's trying to, like, you just can't, your faith should be the most important thing, and I feel like it's kind of like trivializing it. I don't know if it's him or if it's the way the show is, but I feel like it's trivialized in the show.
I think it's him. It's a character because of how much he wants her.
Right.
It's finding the perfect person, the right person, and then they are up against your faith.
Right,
you know?
yeah.
So it's that kind of battle within. And I think many people who have had this dynamic probably have felt that same way.
Right. And what I wonder, because I wonder, like, I've been trying to think about it from like a Jewish person point of view, watching this, and this is like, let's say your priest or your pastor or your rabbi having this. Of course, you know, we tend to like idolize the leaders in the church, so you don't imagine that they're going through this. So I guess it's a good thing that they're showing that they actually do go through this.
They do.
But it's like he's almost too human now. In my view, I feel like he's almost too human. At what point in a relationship can we just be like, actually, I really like you or I love you and you love me, but we just simply cannot be together?
We're going to find out. We're about to find out, aren't we?
We're about to find out. Probably by the time this is coming out, maybe we've already finished watching season 2. Yeah. And oh my God, I can't believe that happened.
Crazy!
Anyway, because we really like watching romantic movies and romantic series, we obviously come across many things that happen in all these series and movies, which you're always like, oh, wow, oh my gosh. Like that scene at the end of season 1 where he follows her with a car and then just shows up. And then it's like, wow, this is so great. Sometimes things which are not actually going to happen. Like now you've left your man in Rongai. You think he's driven now till Juja to come and chase you down on Thika Road. He hasn't. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. He's still in Rongai. First of all, he didn't even have a car, so how is he even going there? Anyway, there are some things that happen in movies or in series which are like, oh, so romantic, but in real life, red flag.
Yeah.
In real life, just
red flag, unrealistic, setting unrealistic expectations.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to start strong with sex scenes. You enter the door. First of all, you started having sex outside. I don't know what happens with that. Have sex outside, get in. You've been thrown on the wall. Somebody got hurt, but we ignored that, right? The dishes have been thrown, clothes down the floor. You enter the bedroom for 3 minutes and you both climax at the same time. At the same time.
Yeah, because it's beautiful.
This girl has Punani has not been touched once. Not a rubbing has happened.
No, yeah.
Just, and we're both climaxing at once. Is this correct? No, it is not correct. This is not usually how that works. Majority of women haven't even had an orgasm, let alone having an orgasm through penetration right up there.
Yeah.
So less idolizing that.
Yeah. Is it possible? I think it is possible.
Yes.
Is it probable? It's definitely not probable. Because let's just say in Kenya, first, those people never lock the door. And I'm guessing in like US, UK, there's a way that you guys, the mechanism is like when you close from inside, it's closed, right?
Yeah.
Here, obviously, we don't have those kinds of doors. So you live in Roysambu, you have just entered and you've been leaned against the wall there and you've just left the door open. The caretaker was right outside there. So are we locking? Like, have we paused to lock the door? Do you know what I mean? It's like some things are just not making sense. And the reason why I feel like conversations like this are important, by the way, is that you may have an experience with a guy the first time and you're like, no, this is not the way it's supposed to be, because you think it's supposed to be like that, but it's actually not.
It's really, really
not.
It's
really not, guys.
Less idolizing how movies do sex and more tailor-fitting your sex life to how you need it to be.
Absolutely.
Enter Beducated. As we have been telling you guys for a really long time, we do not even with our own sex lives, by the way, we don't say that Joe's doing it, so me, I want to do it. No, we tailor-fit it ourselves. And Beducated helps you do that so easily because it's going to be you and an expert on the topic that you want to be. It could be body confidence. It could be how to give head. Why do I always mention that?
Because it's your fave.
It's my fave.
Getting is your fave.
Your kinks, dating, whatever. You get to explore in your own personal space, and there's your own privacy, or you and your man, and you get to learn all this information from people who know exactly what they're doing.
Exactly. Yeah. And of course, we have a code for you, TMI Podcast 69. This is our last episode this year that we are going to talk about Beducated. So we need you to take it seriously, because now in November, December, someone will be DMing us. What was that code again that you guys were, what was that code we were supposed
DMs.
to?
It's
exactly.
Christmas.
Please use the code TMI Podcast 69. This is the biggest discount of the year, because of course it's November and everyone has sales. And of course for sex, this is the most important thing, because you improve your sex life today. You are literally enjoying it for the rest of your life, or the rest of that relationship that you're in until it ends.
Don't imagine it, Han. Just get it right.
Absolutely. Click the link in the caption below onto Beducated, and you'll be able to see all the courses that you need on there. Whether you're in a relationship, or you're married, or you're single, or whatever, you can absolutely use it. Would you say then, if that one which we have described is not the probable way that first time sex happens, what would you say is the probable way that first time sex happens?
I think that the way that it physically does can happen, but the climaxing together, that's what's not probable. Yeah, I've had that literally. We get home,
you can't even wait to whatever.
I've had it, but it's just that climaxing together.
Actually, mutual climaxing, like at the same time, is a skill, actually an art.
And it's rare.
It is very rare. I would say even in my current dynamic, it's when we are very intentional about doing it that we're able to actually achieve it. But most times it's hardly ever like that.
It is. So don't even have that expectation. Don't come in there. He's not shit because you didn't climax at the same time as him. It's just the movies are telling you something that's not real.
Also, I tend to feel like first time sex, usually it's like the man, because it's like the anticipation is so great, it's not gonna last long. First of all, it's going to be like a minute and a half. Maybe 2 minutes. Let's say 2 minutes. Maximum 3. So it's going to, and women generally, if like we've just gone straight to penetration and that's what it is, in that 2 minutes, you're not going to orgasm. However, you could still very much enjoy that sexual experience. It just won't lead to the orgasm. But the best is like now you've had that first one. It's like, then now a bit like 30 minutes. Your pili sasa, that's the one where actually the woman gets off, because now it's like, you can take the time, there's more, whatever. Those are true.
What's your favorite first time sex?
Like position?
No, the first time you've had sex and it was like you've never forgotten that first time with someone.
The only person I've ever slept with is my man.
This is true.
So I'll have to say it was that one. I remember it was like we had just met, but it was like 2 weeks. It was like 2 weeks into us meeting, and then we had decided to meet. We met at like a bar or something like that, because it was Harlequins on Gong Road. If you know Harlequins, we had gone for a drink, and then I don't know how it was that my car was at his place. No, he had come with a cab. So he was like, oh, you should drop me home. Already, there are certain things which are just like, of course, if we are in your compound, so I dropped him home. And of course, he's like, oh, you want to come and see did you just kick this camera? Gebu, check that this camera is okay. Bree's foot connected with it. And my face is the one on the line here. Acting like she doesn't know she's done. Smiling here, giggling. Gebu, position missed. It's okay. Where? Anyway, so then we went in, and it was just kind of like, it was actually, I would say like movie, like the second we entered the house like this, oh my God, I don't remember much. That's all I can say. I don't remember much. At that point, you're right. And at that point, I wasn't even thinking this could be my husband. Glad that he did end up being my husband, but it was phenomenal.
10.
It was really great.
Let me
I was someone else's girlfriend at the time though, so, kind of felt wrong, but...
This is why you're not this information. Favorite podcast.
Oh, shoot.
This is why.
Remove that part. Remove that part. I promise.
Why?
No, I was faithful from the beginning. From the beginning, guys. Yours?
I remember. So it was somebody who I already was like, he's gonna get it. And I love that. I love when I see someone and I know you're going to get it and you get it. This was a couple of years ago. And I had spotted him and I was just like, you are so fine. I need that. Yeah. So anyway, we kind of vibed and I could tell like, okay, you want this too. So we went to mine and we were just chilling. It actually looked like it was just going to be a chilling vibe. And then I don't even know how it came to be, but he started going down on me. I was like, the first time you
That's very risky.
I was just like, brother.
No, he must have really trusted his abilities. Yeah, because that's not a first time thing.
No, even like, first of all, you're putting your mouth on my genitals like the first time. It's like, whoa, brother.
But you look clean generally as a person.
Best. I orgasmed the first time we just met. Then the D. Hey, oh my God, it was on the couch.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah. I'll never forget that. As every time we talk about a first time sex.
But you know that's an outlier. You know that's not really like it's hardly ever.
Like, as in the first time when we don't even really know each other, like we've just kind of vibed today.
Yeah.
And you go down on me and it's that good and the sex is that good. Yeah.
I don't know if I would even allow that to be the first one. Do you know what I mean?
Go hard.
You know the way when someone is eating you out, how the intensity of that orgasm.
Yeah.
It's like you lose yourself, kabisa. It's like
Let's
you're
go.
the most. No,
I'm ready.
No, me the first few times I kind of want to like have a bit of composure. Like I don't want to feel like, oh my God, I'm losing control. And that one, it's like you're you're literally like screaming.
Like
no.
You look like a goat.
It's actually difficult to maintain composure and like look cute.
But I'm not trying
when
to.
you're
No, I'm not trying to. If you want it, an eater, I oblige.
You're not going to be the one to stand in the way.
I will not stand in the way of your joy.
Yeah, but I just feel like it's risky. Anyway, kudos to that man.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy for him. Yeah. Anyway, guys, good sex can come in many different forms, even as a first time, but don't expect it to be exactly the way you've seen it in the movies. It may not actually happen like that. Yeah. Also, in those movies, you never see them putting on a condom.
No.
Like,
because that's like not fun. You know what I mean?
So please,
it's not sexy. Like, hold on. Yeah.
Yeah. I would not, because it's fun. Guys, some people should definitely consider
what
condoms.
I feel like that should be something they just show. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but not like kind of kills the whatever.
But you know, like let's have it insinuated.
Yeah. Actually, I feel like when I do watch a movie where I can see it's insinuated, like you can see he's paused. I kind of appreciate it. Even me.
It just feels like we're in real life.
Yeah,
we're in,
and it's like it's making sense. I'm protecting myself, and you're protecting yourself, and it's like it makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. And also, it's usually white people, and white people are diligent with their protection.
Ooh,
they are very diligent.
I think there's a conversation there.
Yeah, about black and
white and there is sexual habits.
Very, very different. Very, very different. Asking a black man to put on a condom is equivalent to slapping him.
Like, so why did you even call me here?
Yeah, like, so you think
you don't trust me? I met you 3 hours ago.
Yes, and it's not that. No, there's like a demographic as well of white people who also have like the same things, but there's a general culture of like, you know, that's just what you do. That isn't as much in black culture.
Yeah, that's an interesting conversation. I don't know how valid it would be like in a Kenyan context, but I feel like from an international context, there's definitely something there.
And also without you in black culture, you are like there was a lot of slut shaming. Yeah, especially when we're coming up, there's not as much slut shaming with white people as in within their own communities, as opposed to like obviously in social media everyone is slut shamed, but within their own communities, I know it's like we know white girls are getting down. They are doing like,
you know, for a fact,
They I don't know, they awarded a freedom that we never were, especially black British girls. Ooh, God.
But so if they're being more slut shamed, why not use
they're less slut shamed or black people? Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
no.
I wonder why, because of course now also that leads to more cases of like single mothers among black women, because of course you're not using the contraception.
But as I said, there's a demographic of white people who also have the exact same habits, same issues with teen pregnancies or whatever. But there's a difference.
That is interesting.
Very.
Yeah, I feel like that's a topic. You know, those topics late night when you can't sleep and you're going to read on things. Yeah. That's one of the ones I think I would read. Another thing that you will see in movies that seems romantic, but like in real life is like love bombing.
Yeah.
Lavish gifts, extravagant displays of affection very early on can be presented as devotion, but in real life, it can be a form of emotional manipulation. How often do we see this in movies? And of course, obviously it's a movie. They're trying to not make it 48 hours long. You know what I mean? But it's like they met today. Tomorrow, there's a room full of red roses have been delivered. The day after, a Swarovski chain. The day after, it's like
Paris.
I mean,
pizza in Paris for lunch.
Wow, yeah. No, there's elements of that is like, it can be like really cute when you're watching it, but like in real life, No. And I
It's
recently
not.
had a friend who was experiencing that. Like, they had met, and like the guy was doing a lot of like very, like, what can be described as like nice.
Yeah.
But at some point it's kind of like, it's almost too nice. It's you're
you don't
too
know me.
available. You're too exactly. But it can be really difficult to identify between the love bombing and like, he just really likes me and he's spoiling me.
Yeah.
But it's like, once you start feeling in your spirit like, that's when
Funny
you know.
enough, I was love bombed recently, but I didn't feel the love bombing only seemed clear because it was short-lived.
Right.
Sometimes you won't be able to see it, like, because it wasn't like overtly, and unfortunately I think it's because of the timings of like when we were together. So it's like there's Christmas, there's my event, there were just things that concentrated in a small space, which made sense why I would be receiving that.
Right.
But
Valentine's,
it just all came at the same time, so it's like you wouldn't know there's anything wrong. It just makes sense.
That's it.
But now, because it was so short-lived, there's no way it was true. There's no way it was true.
So it's only in the after that you're able to identify that it was love bombing?
Yeah. Sometimes
right,
it's that way. You can't, because I wasn't feeling like he was being overly possessive of my time, because he wasn't. He was very chilled with time. He's like, I'll see you when I see you. It wasn't a thing. But it's like those, the extravagance sometimes of the present is like, you either meant this or you didn't. And this, the way it was so short-lived, without anything that happened, there's like, okay, fine, I cheated on you. It makes sense that you stopped. There was no consistency. So it wasn't like a climb up. It was a shooting up. Right, and I don't think the love bombing was actually intent. It was something he was aware of either.
Right.
Yeah.
Are they usually aware of it?
Sometimes people
Do you know what
are.
I mean? In fact, sometimes when I see people doing that, it's like, this person, maybe it's like a self-esteem issue. I don't know what it is, but it's like they know that if they want you, they desperately want you to be with them, or they want you to be theirs. They're just like, yeah, this makes sense. Buy her flowers, buy her this ring, buy her this, whatever. Not like, oh, let me cheat her. You see, for them, it's like, genuinely, I do want you, but they're not willing to trust the process of it. They only want the immediacy of it.
Exactly.
And then
which is emotionally immature.
Exactly. Now once they've got you, it's like, now that's when you start being like, oh, he hasn't bought me a gift in a minute. Yeah. Oh, now he's not doing X and Y and Z, and now it feels like, okay.
Especially when it's extreme. I do expect that the first time, even the way sex is, things change over time. But it shouldn't change in a way that it feels drastic, like halt.
Yeah.
Because what people who do it when they're being manipulative, they know that if I love bomb you here, when I slow down, you're going to be addicted to this, and you will always be holding on to this first me. So you're going to hold that version even when I'm changing. Yeah. And a lot of times relationships go like that. Love bombing, discarding, love bombing, list.
And that's the problem. Yeah. And then in her head, she's like, that's the real him. The real him is the one who was like lavishing you with gifts and whatever. So it's like, no, I know that he can be that way again. And you're constantly trying to chase that thing. Then they give you little sprinkles every now and then when they see you about to leave. Like now when you're like, you've gotten hard enough. Little sprinkle of like, oh, yeah, that's him. That's the him who I knew he could be. Yeah. But then as quickly as it came, it now leaves and then keeps giving you sprinkles. I also feel like there's a certain demographic of woman who's more likely to be love bombed. So like if, for example, someone like you, for example, you're a woman of means, so to speak, there's certain things a guy will do which will be like, okay, yeah, that's nice, but it's not like super impressive. Yeah. However, if you've been in relationships with like deadbeats and just like guys who don't generally put in effort, then now you get this guy who just comes and it's like, oh wow, yeah, this is how I always knew I deserved to be treated. I knew this just like, it just makes sense for someone to. That's the one. Yeah. And then you
sometimes time is the revealer.
Oof, yeah. Yeah, I don't wish that upon anyone, guys.
Definitely not. Yeah. Another behavior that is romantic in movies but a huge red flag in real life is knowing a girl for ages and falling in love with her after she turned pretty. So here's the thing. You can have a crush on me now that, I have a glow up. I did this with someone in high school, by the way. He had a glow up and now I was like, oh, damn.
This is a normal part of life, by the way.
That happens. True. Yeah. However, what I think is what is presented as pretty and what is presented as not. That is a massive red flag because usually it's perpetuated in fat phobia. Yep. It is the smart girl is not the one who is pretty. It's, it forms what is seen as worthy of love. And so that's what I think the red flag is more than anything. Yeah. But it's very normal that you don't like someone in high school and then they have their glow up and then you like them. That does happen.
That's the
thing. Yeah, it's too obvious who we are saying this is ugly and unworthy and not likable or anything, and then this is what is.
And she has these big glasses.
Yes.
And she's a nerd.
She
She's
wears
always
t-shirts.
like this. She's exactly. And then suddenly at prom, she's let her hair down.
It's only
and
the
now
hair
she's
down.
Whatever.
Let your hair
the
down.
glasses.
Done.
And that's it. And then now all of a sudden
comes down the stairs.
Yeah. Actually, it's extremely problematic how many books I read when I was younger of that, of like, you are fat, and then she started working out. She joined the gym team or whatever, and now suddenly the jock who was super unkind to her throughout, now suddenly they are being nice to her. Now suddenly he wants to take you to prom, and like, that's the narrative. That's actually very, very problematic.
And guess what that also tells you is that when somebody is nasty and ugly to you, it's your fault. So when you change and you become skinny and you become pretty, then you are worthy of niceness.
Of kindness.
So when men treat you like shit, look within or without.
Yeah, exactly.
It's your fault. That is so problematic. I could die.
Incredibly. Actually, yeah, I think many people who are in like toxic marriages, abusive relationships, that's really what it is. He's beating you, but he's told you it's your fault. So of course you're just like, yeah, let me do it because after I give birth, I gained weight. It's because, I've not really been taking care of myself. It's because I'm not financially stable or whatever. As opposed to like, it's because he's a beater and a cheater and horrible. And the man in question, even him, how is he looking? Even him, how is he looking? Because you're literally bending over backwards so you can accommodate him. But
let me tell you, a nigga better not try that shit on me. Oh, don't you dare.
How these things creep up on people? Because sometimes when I watch some movies and I'm just like, because maybe it starts as like the love bomber. So at the beginning of your relationship, he's like showing you all this attention, whatever. It starts usually, it's like maybe it's like been 6 months. Small comments here and there. It's not like he's not outrightly abusive. It's just like,
nagging.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Those ones of just like, you really put in a bit of weight around the tummy, huh?
Or even like just touching it, like
exactly kind of thing. Or like now you're whatever he's doing this. Exactly sort of thing. Or you see how like right now when you're trying on shots, you're like, have I put on a bit of weight? He's like, yeah, babe, actually maybe you have, kind
I've
of thing.
I've been meaning to table this.
Yeah. And then now you see it's you who's mentioned it, but like he's kind of sipping. And then it's like slowly grows. By the time now you realize you're in a full-on abusive relationship, it's kind of like, now how do we get here?
Yeah. What usually saves me in dynamics is being a yapper. Because I know my friends and my sister know it. They know.
That's it.
So by the time
fight was
people
last
are already
night.
like, enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
actually having a close circle is really essential.
Yeah, because I saw someone saying to keep your relationship private, but only when it's a good one. If you feel you have feelings inside that you're not being treated well, you better tell somebody.
Yeah.
Immediately. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Another habit that is portrayed as romantic, but actually is kind of like stalking and charming pursuit. Characters who follow a person showing up uninvited or learning intimate details without being asked are often portrayed as romantic. In reality, it's invasive and a sign of stalking.
Let me tell you this. Nobody, and I mean nobody, including my mother, is allowed to come to my house unannounced. Not a soul on earth.
That's actually it.
So to imagine that we've gone on a date, you dropped me off, and I come home and you're there
at my door. I let myself in. I found the key under your mat. Yeah.
You're done that day.
Here? What are we doing here? Oh, you came to see me, just check on me. Oh, how lovely. No.
That's insane. That's insane.
In fact, sometimes when I watch these things, I'm just like, oh, maybe US and UK people live differently from here. Because I'm like, when? In which world is that happening?
Yeah, that you arrived home before me.
No.
And we've been dating, we've gone on 2 dates. Minutes. No, and also it's like I'm ignoring you because you've done something diabolical. Then I find you at home. Then it's like, oh, what an effort. No, guys, please.
No, thank
Boundaries.
you.
Boundaries.
Yeah, no, I don't
crazy.
think so. I don't think so.
This is interesting. Proposing without having discussed marriage.
Yeah, definitely. There's no way. That should not be happening. That should not. Forget even that. Even this one of proposing. First, and then the ones who are proposing without discussing are the ones proposing in public, in the middle of a mall. Like, what are we doing? And then, in the middle of KFC or whatever, and now everybody, it's like, oh, you're caught off guard. That would be your nightmare proposal for Lydia.
No. It would be his nightmare proposal. I tell you this now, my friend.
We're in the middle of KFC. Not even a really high-end restaurant. KFC.
Even in a high-end restaurant, stop.
Yeah.
No,
You've
don't
never
do
talked
that.
about
and
it.
We've never talked about it. No.
Yeah, no. I just feel like...
Baby.
Yeah.
Please get up.
No,
Please
Lydia, I really want...
Baby,
no,
get
Lydia.
up.
Yeah.
No, that's incredibly tasteless.
That's
I can't
the thing,
even believe that.
I feel like proposals, the element of surprise is really nice and important in proposals, but the element of surprise needs to be coming from a point of view of like, when is it going to happen? What will the ring look like? You know, where will we be kind of thing? What will we have planned? Not, we have literally never said the word marriage or wedding in our life. Like, what? No.
Yeah. Guys, please do
or maybe
better.
there's some women out there who would like that. I don't know, guys. Maybe you guys can tell us.
Yeah. Is that something you'd like? You want it to be like completely off guard? We've never discussed it. We don't know how marriage is going to look like. You don't know if he wants kids.
No, that's exactly. So Zach proposed to me 5 months into us dating, but like by month 3, we had already had conversations of like, this is what we are planning to do or whatever. It's like, we both want the same things. We both know we want the same things.
Yeah.
You know, we both have like plans of even like timelines and things like that. You know, you're aligned on your major values.
Yeah.
You know, you guys have not even spoken about having kids and you're already saying, will you marry me? No.
Yeah. He believes in beating kids.
That's
ruthlessly.
Ooh.
For not making their bed.
Ooh, and he wants your kids to go to boarding school from grade 1.
Yeah.
Now, this is awkward, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Okay, so don't show up at Lydia's house. Do not propose to her. Lydia and her friends, me being the queen bee of her friendship group, okay? We were trying to discuss what we think her dream proposal would be like. And we all had given...
was not, in fact, the queen bee at all. She was basically a
basically fly. In fact, I was a fly. Like dead in the soup. But anyway, we came up with many different scenarios. Yeah, exactly.
But private is key.
And then later on celebrating with close friends and family. Yeah. This one of like, I actually don't know who really absolutely enjoys a super public proposal.
I don't know. Some people do. Do you? Tell us.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Also, did we not have someone propose super publicly on ours?
Right.
But that just was nice.
Yeah.
That was TMI.
Hey, but that one was like a very, very surprising surprise.
Left and they went somewhere private together. And it was very thoughtful because she loves TMI so much.
Right.
Like, I thought that was actually, to be known is to be loved.
Yeah. But you see, just because she enjoyed it, would that have been like her preferred proposal? Do you know what I mean? I mean, at some point, obviously, it's like not the proposal you get, it's the one that you've gotten. But would it have been, if she was asked,
really happy,
was this what you would have wanted in terms of a proposal? I mean, it's the one you got, but tell us.
Tell us if that was your dream proposal.
Yeah. You know?
Okay, so this is another one. I really support this one. Women choosing the broke and broken guy instead of the rich, kind, handsome guy. What the hell? What the hell? And I saw like there's this Instagram page of like grandmas and they give feedback on stuff, and they were giving feedback on the notebook. They were just like, why would she go with this guy who has no money? They're going to struggle. And on this other side, the rich guy was being nice. He wasn't being an asshole.
He wasn't being an asshole, but did they have that connection?
Yeah.
Did they have that love, that pull, that passion? Did they have
Are you going to eat connection? Are your kids going to eat connection?
But is that what is number one?
It's not necessarily what's number one. Everyone has different values. But this constant perpetuating of like the rich are evil and the poor are good. And it's better to be poor in love than...
Yeah, no, I definitely don't think so.
But a lot of those love stories don't work out well.
And it's because of, again, the movies and those series where it's like later on, it's just like, oh, it doesn't matter what we go through as long as we are together. My friend, life will really beat you. Life will really hit you down. And not to say that nowadays you should never choose the broke guy. I feel like that's definitely not the whatever. But let's think through these decisions.
Please, let's think through these decisions.
I wouldn't say that love conquers all. Honestly, some things it's like, let's be realistic.
It barely conquers half, babe.
Okay, then I need this on a t-shirt.
It's seriously, love barely conquers half. I gotta tell you, that idea, here's the thing. If the guy is broke and broken...
That's the problem. Actually, I even had a point here which said it's kind of related. The bad boy who needs to be saved. The trope of a troubled man who is fixed by a good woman, often being portrayed as romantic. In reality, it can be an unhealthy dynamic that normalizes a person needing to change another for them to be a good partner.
And also putting the responsibility of a man's behavior on your shoulders.
That's true.
That it's you who's coming to like touch him but with your magic wand and change him. And that keeps women believing that they're the ones who's going to change, but he's not changing.
Exactly. Also, a lot of times now movies will portray as like they get together and now like he gets his life in order, now he gets money and all the things work out. But guess what? You always need to be in a relationship with the person you are with, not the person you think he's going to be or the potential that he has. Please, this is the man that he is now. And as I'm always saying, if this is the best he ever will be, will you be happy with that?
People always say that, but I think that that is an unrealistic way to exist with someone. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine that. I can't imagine that I look at you and I'm just like, this is it. And guess what? It's not that I'm even projecting who you could be. Is that when I think about like human beings, we always like assume that we grow. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Like, I don't know who I look at and I think this is the end for them.
Me, literally, everybody. Like, even when I look at myself in the mirror, it's like, this is the version of me that I am right now. I need to love this version. Or you, for example, like, let's say we are starting a podcast. I can't be like, so right now, the Lydia who is there, I don't know if really we can really gel. But I just sense that once she goes to therapy for another 1 year, she'll be grown enough to be able to. So it's like, you can't, everyone is going to ebb and flow with life, and we're all going to change. We might not change for the better. We don't know what direction. Let's say we are here. You could change in this direction, this direction, this direction, this direction. You don't know, someone might end up getting saved and join a monastery. Someone might end up being like, we don't know what the future holds for anyone. So know that they will change, but that change is not something that you can control or something that you can foresee.
Yeah.
So just know, I think it's meant in that context as opposed to like, so you just have to, you need to be satisfied with this one that is here. And then now once you've already chosen each other and you're here, now wherever we are going, we are growing together, we are changing together, we are moving together. And that's how I see marriage, really.
Let me tell you, you've just therapized me as you've said that. Let me tell you how.
Praise God.
So when I like, it's funny that you are saying that because you said in friendship, and I'm glad you said that so much because as I was saying that, I realized that narrative doesn't apply to any of my friends.
Oh, right.
But
you like us like the way we are right now.
As I was talking, I was just like, what am I? But it's niggas. Them
niggas, yeah.
But let me just guess.
I think breathe that one inside. Yeah, exactly.
Because I realize that maybe that is something I project and I'm comfortable to project in a relationship, but never a friendship.
That's interesting.
That is very, very interesting.
I would imagine that it's not unique to just you. I feel like many people do that. Like exactly. Usually with friendships, you meet someone and you're just like, oh, this person is cool.
This is enough.
And it's like, oh, I really like her. I enjoy spending time with her. This is fun or whatever. Yeah. I'm not imagining what Lydia be in a year, in 5 years, in 10 years. That's literally just like, no, I like Lydia right now. But with a man, you're there thinking, okay.
You never even project a day after today who you could be.
Who knows?
You never even think about it.
Exactly.
It's never...
Yeah, exactly.
And funny enough, when you see that a friend is like not going there, it's just so easy to be like, this is not who they are. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
But with those niggas.
I know. And I don't think we do it consciously.
No,
I think
of course
it's
not.
just like the way, because you see, you're thinking of, you're going to have a tied destiny, so to speak, with this person. If you're thinking about getting married to them, maybe it's that. Maybe it feels like when it's with a man, it's more consequential. Like the connection is more consequential. Do you know what I mean?
It's more about like who you are as it relates to me.
Exactly. And that's going to be life changing. Right now, if you decide you're now moving to Kisumu, now, okay, so you've moved, you know. But with a man, it's like, this is us now. It's us. Yeah.
Damn.
Crazy.
Do you guys feel that maybe, have you ever done that in a bad friendship? Because I see that. I see the same kind of dynamic of like, oh no, like, you know, been friends for so long. You know what I mean? Like more of those back and forths when the friendship is also toxic. Let us know in the comments below because
Let us know, guys. Let us know. Was it either one who has said that last one? Is it me?
I think it was you.
Okay.
This is a little silly one. Throwing stuff on windows.
Again, Wayne
There's
Roysambu.
a bell.
Wayne Roysambu. And I keep saying Roysambu because I lived in Roysambu and I was in USIU. And I'm thinking, first of all, there's 10 floors. Okay, and there's like a million windows because they're all bed sitters. How did he aim to hit your 4th floor, 10th room window? Let's be realistic. He can't. He simply can't.
What is that about? Not a call, not a text.
No. Because you blocked him. Yeah, so he's trying to get your attention.
I live really high up on the floor. That's not even happening.
Actually, yours, you're not.
It's
definitely.
over.
Oh.
And also, if you're in the other person's shamba towards my balcony, throwing it at my bedroom.
Isn't there like a river there or something? There's a school.
It can't happen.
It simply can't.
But why did I still perceive it as romantic?
No, I feel like this is definitely in the same category as like showing up to your house unannounced.
I mean, I guess it is.
Definitely is.
Even
like
with
now,
the boombox?
Yeah. First of all, you're with your new nigga in the house.
2025.
That's it. Because this one was kicked out last week. Obviously, this week there's a new guy. So like we're seeing each other. So now, what am I supposed to do with that? Now you're having to stop. You put on your clothes so you can go downstairs and tell him fast, stop hitting my window, because now you'll have to pay the landlord because there's scratches on the window.
Enough. Stop.
We're not doing that. Yeah.
Enough.
Another thing that is portrayed as romantic in relationships is sometimes they have like very unrealistic portrayals of conflict, of what fights look like. And sometimes they'll romanticize relationships that are full of fighting with the idea that they are passionate. You know, whenever there's going to be like this declaration. No. I used to believe that until I went into therapy. And now I definitely don't believe that. I love peace. And good relationships can be peaceful. I think that if they are too peaceful, that's also a red flag. Those ones of like, we never fight, we never have any conflict.
Yeah.
That's also problematic. Someone is not saying, because where there's two individuals, there must be some kind of conflict or some kind of disagreement. But like, no, we shouldn't always be fighting. So in reality, constant conflict and drama are signs of an unhealthy relationship. So it shouldn't be this extreme of every single time we're together, there's fighting, whatever, especially if it's like core values thing.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, we'll figure it out. No, maybe you shouldn't be together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's what do we call this thing? Trauma bonding.
Yeah.
You know? No.
Ooh,
For me,
right.
like actually, I knew there's a relationship I knew I should have left month 1 because a raging argument at month 1. No.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I feel like first like proper argument would be like month 4, 5,
and
6.
This was like
argument,
he has
fight.
and I knew then he has no empathy. I knew where I was sat.
Was he kind in the argument?
No.
Oh.
I knew where I was sat. Like, I remember that feeling because I remember I felt like fear. I felt fear.
It was over the phone?
No, it was
in person.
Yeah.
What
I
were we
felt
fighting about?
fear. He it's like when he was arguing, I wasn't a person. He couldn't see me. Like it wasn't like, you know, I'm trying to fight and argue, but I love you. I can see that. There he wasn't there. I wasn't a person. I was something to hurt. You know?
And he just wanted to get his point across.
Yes,
and
he was trying to protect himself and armor himself. I still remember.
Oh my.
I still remember.
You went on with the relationship.
Another
and
year.
You continued.
Another blood clot year.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that should have been the first sign. I feel like the first 3 months is pretty much bliss. I would expect like in the first 3 months, maybe you guys have had a disagreement, but like the kind of like little tiff of like, a disagreement of just like, you know, you know, something
different
small.
views.
Yeah, exactly. But that one, he should still really be cuddling me and just being like, oh, babe, you know, yeah, okay, so we can do it. But you can tell like, okay, fine, even me, let me give.
Yeah.
Raging fight.
Yeah.
No.
It was really, really bad.
Yeah, Lydia. I feel like the universe was trying to tell you, but you insisted.
I did.
Speaking of fighting, there's this course on Beducated called Play Fighting, making wrestling for lovers safe and fun. Is that something you would try?
No.
What?
Okay, so now
like
we are
choking. Like now he's like this behind you, then you're wrestling, then like that kind of sounds
like
really
two
fun
gorillas.
to me. Yeah.
Oh, that's a thing.
Yeah, that sounds so fun to me. Yeah.
You're showing yourself in a chokehold and you're trying to demonstrate fun.
You know, the problem is like people these days, they're too soft. You know what I mean? Just too soft. Like, let's fight, you know? A punch here and there. Someone has kicked the other person and whatever.
So now you're like, like friends.
Yeah.
You're like besties. Yeah?
No, it's like play fighting, you know.
No, you cannot sell that to me.
Are you serious? And then once, like now, I need to do the course so I can see. But then it's like, then somewhere halfway, it's like he's penetrated you from the back. Then you're like wrestling to get out of the chokehold. And then now it's like, am I about to pass out? I'm not, you know, kind of thing. And then, yeah.
enough. Is there a course there on conflict?
There's a course
on actual conflict.
There's a course, yes, there is. There's relationship rebuilding, handle conflict and impulsive behavior.
Yes.
Maybe you should have sent that nigga that course.
No. I should have sent him to a therapist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Couldn't have happened.
Absolutely.
I think conflict to me in relationships is like, first of all, I can't shout, but usually I'm shouting because I'm frustrated. It's like, we're at the very end,
I can't
right?
even imagine
But I don't think I've shouted in a really long time.
To your sister, your mom?
Shouting? No.
I haven't.
I used to shout. I used to shout for sure, but now it's like even when I'm shouting though, it's like I'm talking.
But you're talking loud.
Exactly. We don't get to like, oh, Sijui, your mom is a bitch. I mean, insults and like nastiness. No. We never get to that.
Actually,
Not
I'm like, which context am I really like?
I'm just trying to explain myself loudly.
Yeah.
But even that I stopped doing because I don't want anyone to say that shouting at me is okay, and I used to like justify it all the time, but it's because I was emotionally not regulated and I was looking for somebody else to regulate my own emotions.
Right.
So now that I know how to regulate my own emotions, I'm not trying to shout at anybody. Like, let's talk.
Yeah.
And if it's bad, let's leave it.
I feel like, emotional regulation is really the key. It's something I feel like I'm still learning. For me, usually the direction it takes is not like shouting, it's more crying. I feel like for me, that's the epitome of like, I'm so angry or I'm so frustrated.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
it's like
so fun.
the
Every
cry.
time you say that, I can't believe that.
Me, I can't even imagine you shouting.
Are you
serious?
Yeah.
To me, crying is like the epitome of like, now I've reached the end. I really can't.
I don't think
know
I've
how
ever
to,
cried in an argument.
Are you serious? It's the best, but also it's really the worst because it's just giving like now. That now becomes the focus. Now you're not even focused on what are we actually talking about. Now, if it's like your partner is empathetic, now it's like, oh, I've made her cry.
Yeah.
But then it can actually be very manipulative
It's
because
very,
but it's like when I do cry, I'm not trying to be manipulative. I'm just really so sad and angry.
That is so funny.
Yeah, but it's not right.
I think yelling has always been my thing, but I don't want to yell anymore.
Right. You don't get sad when you're in fights.
No, recently the way I think about it is like, we're going to figure it out, But, once I get into a relationship, I'm securely attached.
Now, that's my problem. Even till today, whenever my husband and I fight, it's like, I guess we're getting divorced.
Are you for real?
I don't think we're ever going to get over this. Yeah, literally.
No.
All the time.
Me, it's like, usually it's like the pre-bit that I usually feel like a bit anxious. Not even now anymore.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah.
But now it's like when you get in there, she's like, see, we are together. We'll figure it out.
Right. Yeah. I need to work on getting there.
But I think you're better.
I am better, definitely. But I feel like I still have some ways to go.
Yeah.
It's definitely better, but I have some ways to go.
Yeah. When we're talking about Beducated, just because the bed is in there, it always sounds it's about sex. And I'm so glad you brought up that one of conflict, because you can have Beducated support you through the ebb and flows of your relationship, through some of these conflicts, through even understanding, is this healthy conflict? Because, as you said, you used to think it's normal to fight all the time, but actually it's not. So you get like a really good gauge. And again, from experts. Exactly. So especially around this time, around Christmas is when people fight the most, because you're spending the most amount of time. So get ahead of it. If this is your routine with you and your man, get ahead of it.
Exactly. Absolutely. Here are some courses that you might find interesting. Communication mastery, improving communication with your partner. Here's one that seems interesting to me. Tantra quickies for couples. I like the quickies. Like, it's been 5 minutes.
Time.
Why are we quick exercises for deeper connection? That already just sounds nice. Relationship mastery, the guide to a long and happy relationship. One thing about Beducated that I don't know if we've mentioned, but the imagery they use in like the ninis, it's just so nice. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like the imagery, like this picture, Yoni love. This is the
it's clear
whatever.
what we are discussing.
It's just nice, yeah. And then I love that they have so many different representations of people, like the way people
physical
look,
size, race,
exactly,
gender, everything.
Sexual orientation, like just so many different ways of like. I love that. Look, 7-day pleasure adventure, unlock the art of self-pleasure. That just sounds lovely. Yeah. Anyway, guys, please do get on to Beducated. If you're spending money on anything this November, this Black Friday, let it be this, because it's an investment into
lip glosses from Lip Tribe.
No. Do you get the glosses, but immediately afterwards, go on Beducated and put my podcast 69. Right. Something else that is portrayed as romantic, but is it romantic? Is sudden. Okay, I think we've already addressed this one. Ignoring no or rejection.
Yeah,
A character who persists after being told no is often shown winning the person over. In reality, this disrespects boundaries and can be considered harassment.
And I'm not the one.
Oof.
I am not the one. I
Right.
just know what I want.
Yeah.
So, and actually that idea does perpetuate that women don't know what they want.
That's it.
You know, it's
very
like, oh
rooted
no,
in patriarchy.
it's for a man to kind of tell you and convince you.
Yep.
There's an element of like, okay, I don't like you. And it's like, I get to know you and then I like you. But this forcing and pushing it, I can't stand that.
Yeah, me too.
I can't. Me and my soul always knows.
In fact, now it's like, I'm getting the ick, please. Like literally, no. We have blocked you and now you're throwing stones to my window.
No.
I don't want.
Another behavior that is portrayed... Another behavior that is romantic in movies, but a huge red flag in real life, being a man.
No, guys, no. We love men here on this podcast. We are just very much pro men and we love them so much. Do you feel like right now in this era of like a very much LGBTQ awareness, acceptance, and it being like accepted as like this is just like a normal way of loving and living life, I feel like we still don't see as much representation of them in like movies and series. And okay, in series maybe, in movies maybe not so much. Like you it's hardly ever that you see the main character is a lesbian or a homosexual or something like that. Like they're always like, okay, the best friend, they have a best friend who is whatever, but hardly ever as like a main character person. I wonder why.
Even when the main character, the actor themselves in real life is gay.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's the same thing. It's like progress takes time. It's like, how long did it take to have female leads? How long did it take for us to have black leads?
Or even
an
sex
all
scenes.
black ensemble was like how long? How long? You know what I mean? Like progress is like, it comes like that. But what I like is that now maybe, for example, Reese Witherspoon, she created her own company so that she can now head stories by women and that makes sense, you know, about how women actually operate. So then maybe somebody else is going to do that and like be at the forefront of like making sure that the queer community is represented, you know, a bit better. Yeah, but it's getting better for sure.
I think it definitely is. I love anything Reese Witherspoon touches. Her book club, their pics, whatever, even movies that she posts on her story. I'm always like,
her
wow.
views.
Yeah, she's very progressive and like in a way which is like, she has definitely strong feminist views and like supporting women, but not in a toxic way. You know, sometimes it can come across very toxic. Hers is just very elevate women, you know, tell more and stories genuinely. That make sense. Yeah, very genuinely. I just love her. I just love her as a person.
She's amazing.
She's fantastic.
Yeah.
How many movies have you watched where someone shows up to a wedding where it's like, oh, if you have anything to say, stand up or forever hold your peace. I love you.
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy, the scene where April, who falls in love. April is getting married to some guy and then her and Avery end up getting together. I don't know if you've ever watched Grey's Anatomy. That's just crazy. I don't know how.
I have watched it, but I didn't finish it.
Right. Yeah. Anyway, that happens, and it's just kind of like, I don't understand how we can be at a wedding. Like you've said yes to someone. You've been walking the journey of we are engaged till the wedding. The day of the wedding is when now it's like, oh, we are running off together.
But you see, that is actually, there's another one which they said is cheating because you found someone who you love. That's how it happens though. Because the reason why you have the gumption to knock down the door and run in front of a wedding I've planned is because I've been with you. So you've been being with me. So you're like, duh.
If there's one thing that we learned from Scandal, is that society picks and chooses what kind of cheating is acceptable.
Yeah.
What kind of side chick is acceptable. Olivia Pope was very the side chick in Scandal. You've watched Scandal? Yeah. She was very much the side chick, but she was the acceptable one. Like we all liked it because it was like not the side chick of like the guy just wants sex. It's like he actually loves her. So then it's acceptable.
So it's like they're wrong.
Yeah.
Fitz and his wife are wrong together. So this makes sense. But it's written to actually make them likable, right? But it's still wrong.
Yeah, and then putting the wife now, of course, if the wife has like a character which is unlikable, Melly, I think was her name.
It has to be.
Exactly. She has to be unlikable. Then it's like, oh, okay, fine, it's fine. But when you imagine that, oh, the wife is just sweet at home, she's making a nice home for them, raising their kids, and look at this horrible side chick. Sex. Right. Look at this horrible side chick. She's ruining the relationship. Then it's like, it's not acceptable.
It is. Yeah. It's still bad.
Yeah,
it's still really bad. And also, again, still rooted in patriarchy because whose fault is it that he's cheating? Her. Because she's not likable.
Yes. No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I found this one so hilarious. Talking face to face as soon as you wake up.
Yeah, it's disgusting. No.
So what are we supposed to be doing?
I
Facing
don't like
up?
it. First of all, why are you talking to me?
Oh my
no.
God.
But if we do, anytime I've had sex with someone who's like, we just woke up, it's like, everyone please have decorum. Please let's have decorum. Yeah? It's going to be back to back. It's going to be from my back, or you need to have your face. You know, I mean, come on. Let's have decorum.
May feel like even now, like when, let's say Zach and I wake up, it's like I could be facing you, but I'm not facing you like directly facing you, because why
Like,
is my
hi.
yeah hi
Yeah,
it's kind of like facing you, but like facing up, kind of, you know, so we're talking to each other, but it's like I'm not breathing right in your face.
Yeah.
Also, it's like we're not kissing tongue as soon as we've woken up.
Hi baby. Hi, good morning. How are you? Oh
Baby, I love you. You just woke up. You look beautiful.
But I'm gonna say I do kiss as soon as I wake up.
With tongue. Oh, Lydia.
I don't know if it's
Lydia. Also, why do I feel like one can't smell their own bad morning breath? Do you know what I mean?
No.
No?
You need more self-introspection and more self-awareness.
Also, may I keep some like mints on my bedside table? They're like these blackberry mints, which
kiss,
sometimes
to do it so you can kiss him.
No, like sometimes if it's just like for like okay, I don't recently I've been not having dinner, so when my last meal of the day was yesterday at lunchtime, it does have an impact on your breath. I can tell you that. Yeah, if your last meal was in the evening, it might not be as bad, but it's like yesterday lunchtime. Now by today morning, it's not great. I've gotta tell you, and anyone who, by the way, fasts, you'll know that when you're getting towards the end of your fast, things are, no matter how brushed your teeth are, it's gonna smell bad. So sometimes I'll take the mint. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I think like a little kiss. There's something even sometimes about that that's quite intimate. Like we just woke up. You're
even the
disgusting.
mustiness, even the mustiness of your body.
Disgusting. But you're like, mwah, mwah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done it. Gotta say. I gotta say, I'm
There's
sorry.
another one. Oh God, this is Threads. By the way, you know, I think guys are sleeping on Threads. Lydia, remember when Threads came out and then we all went, no, me, I'm on Threads. There's another link I had sent you. Yeah, which is on Threads. People are sleeping on Threads. I feel like it's really interesting. It's like X, but without the toxicity. It's really interesting. Like, just like reading conversations or like people's comments on things. Literally hilarious. Just normalize doing that. Okay. Someone said this thing of trying to stop people from catching their flight at running through the airport, causing a scene and shit.
First of all, at the airport, you can't even enter these days without like.
So in Kenya, you're not doing that. In Kenya, you've been stopped to go. Where it says 1A.
Even abroad, even in Heathrow, there's a barrier. You're not going through without
now I'm over
gate.
here. I'm seeing the plane going like this. No.
No, you're not. Please.
It is not happening. It is not happening. Yeah, that's definitely romanticized and like, Actually, anything which is like a last minute, I just realized last minute, I love her. I just realized last minute. Those things give me so much anxiety and I don't like them.
The last minute things?
Yeah. Like think through decisions. Yeah, I'm not going to say the rest of my points that I was going to say because I truly am in my 30s.
Say it.
I am.
It's okay.
It's just like think through your decisions, guys. And then, you know, and is it really that urgent? Can you call me?
As I'm here, my cousins went to Coast, but because they hadn't booked early enough, I'm not going. Like, we can't be discussing at this week, and I still don't know. No.
Literally, I've been booking my shoots for this week from like 3 weeks ago. What do you mean?
Yeah.
No.
I am deep in my 30s.
And us being that way is what makes us now end up taking over the plan and planning the things and then getting like upset now when it's like, why am I the one planning everything?
I'm regulated. And no. I just realized everyone is chill with like the vibe. So first of all, it was me who was jumping on the vibe. So it's like the vibe is this.
Oh.
And so let the vibe be that. And
right. And it's either you're in tune or in line with the vibe or you're not. And it's okay if you're not.
Actually, I think maturing is knowing that it's you to exit the vibe if the vibe is not your vibe.
It's true.
It's not to try and force the vibe to be your vibe.
You're right. No. And then getting mad when they're not now making the vibe.
No. I was just like, guys, we'll go to another.
Right. Sometimes I'm not able to. And then I end up now, I really want it to now go the way that I've said. Because now also at the same time, I don't want them to go and then now I was not there. I wasn't there because now I wasn't being able to fit the vibe. Do you know what I mean? Like I want to force it.
You want to force it? Oh, baby. Okay. Your back must be hurting all the time.
It hurts, Lydia.
It hurts?
Yeah, it does hurt. Yeah.
It's, no, babe. Yeah. Do they enjoy it when you take over?
And am I proud of myself? No. But you see, I'm working towards being there. But when you're there, you have to be comfortable to like sit out the activity.
And it's okay. Queenie, what's going on?
Yeah, no. See, because me, I'm an anxious attacher. I'm like, what if I sit this one out? And that's where they really go and solidify the connection and the friendship. And
but that's why, see, they have their connection. They can connect. Yeah, guys, I really am going towards secure attachments. Is this how it feels, guys? To just be calm, to know that love is infinite. There's nothing to grab or hold on to. There's no scarcity mentality. You're calm. Everything is not about your worth. Secure attachment people.
They've been living like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. And the more securely attached, the more I just can't with avoidance. It's impossible for me.
I told you to stop talking about my man like that.
Oh, right. He's your man, baby.
Yeah, but you gotta love him.
Okay, I do. Yeah, he's great.
This is why I'm telling you, it's so good that people like, who have remained single into your 30s, by the time you now pick someone, wow, it's gonna be the most beautiful
but then
match.
Now your eyes looking at what to pick.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And there's this, I hope we can find it. I hope we can even play it here. Yeah. This girl is talking about how you want to get into a relationship, but you always thinking, you always have intuition. I feel this. No, that industry is not for the thinkers.
No, it's not.
I'll send you. Yeah. So no.
Yeah.
You
those
can't.
of us who got married at 26, 27. That's I'm telling you, yeah.
Guys, if
you
weren't that
thinking
age gap, get in.
Before at that point, had I even had the word therapy? Had I had the word healing? Trauma? I didn't know any of that shit. I was just thinking, oh, cute, awesome. Oh, he wants to get married.
And that awareness is what you see the lenses through. It is. So now it's like someone says something, you're just like, oh, you're just aware. It's guys, I wouldn't recommend. Yeah, and then you're sober 100% of the time in the dynamic. So, but now that feels normal. By the way, initially it was like, can I get a shot around here, please, somebody? Please. But now it's like, it just feels normal. Right. I don't feel like there's a switch on and a switch off. Right. It's like, this is it.
Because, this is your life now.
So now I don't see that like, I'm so sober.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, sex initially as well was like, God, I am seeing everything. Can we dim the lights?
Do you feel like you're aligning more with people who don't drink also? Or is it you're okay being in a dynamic where it's like he's drinking and you're not and we are ending the night together?
I'm realizing that I don't find it attractive that you're out drinking like consistently.
Definitely not consistently.
Or even like we're discussing like a hangover. It's not bad. Like I it's not a reason I'm not gonna not talk to someone. But it's such a yam when I can see it's like a very small thing as part of your life. Yeah, it's a very big yam for me.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay, there are so many which are making me giggle. Someone is like, this thing of like, I'm moving to a faraway place. The flight is tomorrow. Come with me. Dude, I have a life.
Yeah, no.
Your job,
you've moved,
whatever.
And the girl has moved.
I don't know if that's romantic at all, because now the job that we've been praying, you told your Instagram followers we pray for you to get a job. You got it. That's the end of the episode. More than that. Yeah, but anyway, we've been praying for you to get a job. You got a job. Now you found this man. He's told you to move to Kisii with him. Now you've gone. Then now you come back after 2 years. Things did not work out. We're trying to rebuild your life with you.
Have you ever been that like, let's go, caution to the wind?
Yeah, I have.
Fuck no, never been.
Yeah.
Never.
I told you when I finished high school, I was going to go to the UK to study, and I'd even applied to University of Reading, and I'd gotten my acceptance and everything. Then I met this guy, Ethan's dad, and I told my parents, actually, I don't want to go. I want to stay in Kenya. And I stayed for him. Or for us. For us. Who knows? If I had not met him, I would have gone to the UK, gone and studied in University of Reading, finished, got my master's. Maybe I would have met you in the UK. Who knows what my life would have been like?
Yeah.
Who knows what it would have looked like? No, I made the decision and I changed.
That is crazy.
Yep.
I don't know if it's because my mom is not like that.
Yeah.
So the concept of doing a life-changing thing.
Yep. That's literally it. In fact, sometimes there's a season in my life when our relationship ended that I had so much like anger towards that version of me.
Yeah.
Like, what is wrong with you? Like, how did you? But remember, he was the older guy, the wiser one, the one who has already finished uni and he's like in working life and whatever. Me, I was just like, my life is set.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? And we aligned on so many things. I was so attracted to him. The sex was amazing. It was just like everything about that, whatever, just felt like this is my first like grown up. You know, after high school, it's like, wow, I'm a grown up. This is my first like proper adult relationship. Yeah. Which is why these days, by the way, when I see people doing dumb things, I don't even judge them because I myself too was dumb. Yeah. But I feel like now people have more access to like resources, to TMI, to things like we are trying to help you.
Yeah, let me tell you, I think it's like, here's the thing, yeah. My therapist says that when somebody says, when you know, right? When you meet the right person, you know, right? That is something that is a statement. It's a feeling, exactly. And it's already proven by time. Because if you divorce after 10 years, is it that you didn't know?
No, so you knew for that time, then now it's a different knowing.
So it's like there's so many decisions. Even that, you could have, and you guys end up being together. This was like, you know, it totally could have. So I feel like sometimes it's more like, if this doesn't prove to be the feeling I believe it is, will I feel regret? Or will you feel like it was an adventure?
Right, yeah. Because there are some which you do feel like that way. It's just like, yeah, it was fun. And you know what, it didn't work out. Okay.
That's the way to think about it. Yeah. There's a lady I remember, and this is like a random DM that I've never forgotten because it made me feel so sad. So she's in a relationship with this guy. And they're looking to settle down. She has an opportunity to go and do her PhD. PhD is like 2 years or something like that, or 3 years. And she's wondering like what she should do. And it's clear he's towards, don't stay here and we do. And it made me feel so sad that she couldn't have both.
Right.
That he wasn't like, what do we work around you? Because, you know, if it was him,
he's going,
it would be, what do we do to work around him going? Because remember, everything is centered around the man's desire. And I don't think she went. Yeah. And maybe they didn't end up and she's happy and maybe it wasn't even worth it, but yeah.
And not to say that now you should never make a decision based off of love or what it is, but it needs to be like, when I think back at that decision that I made, it was purely for him. It was purely, you see, that's the thing. There's a difference between like me, I've assessed this situation. Okay, this is what he wants me to do. This is whatever wants me to do. Truly, out of assessing all of this, what really feels like for me, I don't think I took the time to think that it was just like, oh, look, me too, and I just want to pursue this one and just see where it goes kind of thing, you see. So even for her, it is a difference between like, okay, he wants me to stay. Let me just stay. Let me just, you know, whatever. In that case, it's kind of like you then need this thing to really work out, because if it doesn't work out, you'll be in regret. If she made a decision from a point of like, actually, no, this is really important to me, but this is also really important to me. Yeah. And even if it doesn't work out like you've said, it's like, okay, you know what? I decided based off of like all the information that I had and, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah. Also, sometimes some things are time bound. You see, this one for me, it's like, this is the time I'm about to start university in September. This is January when I'm making this decision. So it's like, now it's September. So like it's time bound. Maybe for the PhD, if it's something that she was able to do a couple of years later, vis-a-vis, this is a relationship you're working on building right now.
But if you build a relationship, you're having kids, PhDs gets further and further and further from your reality.
You're right.
Yeah, it becomes that way. And I think I wish that we created more space, especially in relationships, where it's like we can work around each other both ways. But most of the time is, our husband has moved for work, so we all move. Our husband has, whatever is happening with the husband is what is happening with the family, versus what is happening with the woman, and what could, like, how can we work with that too? Because I mean, you're not dying tomorrow. You can have your PhD and have it, but you're not worth that time. You're not worth the struggle of you going away.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like some of those dynamics are kind of like shifting in our world today, especially with women being like like a leader in corporate and whatever, with women earning the same, if not more than the man. Yeah. And I feel like that shift in financial dynamics is actually causing a shift now even in the home dynamic. Yeah. Because of course, in reality, the man is the sole breadwinner, he's the one who earns $1 million and your job is here for 50K. We are not, there's no way that
50K as alone.
60K. You're adding 60K. If, of course, it makes sense, then if I'm saying that let's go move to Tanzania, it makes sense for you to be coming. But it's like, if I'm here earning this and you're also like building a podcast and like X and Y and Z, then it's like, yeah, let's think about whatever. Yeah. In reality, though, I feel like in the ideal situation, it shouldn't be really money guided. Because
even if somebody's a stay-at-home mom, they're a person.
It's true. But like again, like we said in that other point, we have to eat. And now, is it like, I mean, should we stay to support your dream of like you sew clothes at home once in a while as a stay-at-home mom?
But again, that's
are
still
we
money.
moving?
That's money based still.
I know, but it just feels like reality. It feels like I know. Oh, okay, I heard it.
No.
But you said what was that first point you said? The 140, leaving the broke man, leaving the rich, whatever man. You see, the reality is that we need the money for school fees and rent and whatever. So it's like, are we? Yeah, but I feel like there just should be more of a willingness for both parties to come to a compromise that suits that suits everyone, as opposed to it just being a default. Yeah, I got a job, so of course we are moving.
Yeah,
you know, it should be like, how can we accommodate? You know, what is it you're doing? Can we build from there?
Yeah.
What systems can we set in place so you're able to travel back every so often? Something like that.
Yeah. Let me tell you guys, before social media came to fuck us up, fuck our relationships up, our bodies, our self-image, everything. Before then, movies were our final boss of delusions and poor decision making. So please, whatever it is that you do see in movies, be guided, my friend. Be guided, because what is happening over there is not what's happening. And also, when they say the end, for you, there is no the end.
Yes.
You're still awake with the man who was banging at your door in Roy Sambo, and he still doesn't respect your boundaries 30 years in.
Right? It is
So
now,
please.
it is very problematic, guys.
No.
Yeah. So when we're watching a movie or a series, don't see it as like, this is a learning opportunity. Let me learn how men are. Let me learn how dynamics are. No.
Yeah.
That is just purely for entertainment. That's why it's called acting. They are
apart
acting.
from a bit of Noah.
I mean, kinda. Yeah, you could probably align with a Jewish rabbi somewhere. You know what I mean? Yeah. But for a learning platform, a platform that is going to give you actual knowledge based off of real life experiences from real life experts, please go on to Beducated. We've left the link down below if you want information about sex, about relationships, about self, about confidence, about conflict, anything to do with interpersonal relationships and personal relationship with yourself. You can find on there. Our code is TMI Podcast 69. At the end of this month, that code is going to expire and you will wish that you had done it. Okay. Also, feel free to gift it to someone. If you know you have a friend, Lydia, and she's always saying, hey, by the sex this week has been horrible, or the whatever is just whatever. Hey, I'm wondering how to. You can also gift it to them. Gift it to somebody that you know and you love, someone who can be able to appreciate it as well. If
someone has told you in their marriage that they are struggling, she keeps getting thrown away, and when they play fight, sometimes she actually gets kicked.
You know, perhaps, you know, just help her and be like, here is a course on how to play fight. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I'm looking forward to actually seeing people's comments down below. There are certain episodes that I just know the comments will bang.
And also, I would love if you have specific ones of like Kenyan films.
Oh, right.
Something I think you've seen in Kenyan films that you're just like, this is rubbish. This never ever happens.
Yeah.
Please tell us.
Let us know, guys. We'd love to hear from you, and we will see you in our next and final episode of the year.
Bye.